Alright, super quick update on crypto.com. So in this video, I'm really going to be talking about a few signals I see paired with the momentum indicators on the higher time frames, because nothing has really changed in the smaller time frames since my last video. We haven't bounced on any significant Fibonacci levels that I can see on my chart. As far as I can tell, in the macro term, we're really ranging between our 786 and 618 Fibonacci up here at 45 cents. So while nothing's changed in that regards, we have come down to our previous local bottom around this region that we had a bounce on from support, and we have had a short bounce in the short term, but we haven't come down to any major fib. We're not really bouncing on much as far as I can tell. I think we're bouncing on the 200 EMA. Yeah, we're bouncing on the 200 EMA. I think that's probably the what it's come down to. But you can also see that we are playing out something like a W breakout right now that could potentially be unfolding. We would need to see a break above the neckline, which is up here at 42 cent, before we can expect a breakout of the W pattern. Now, if we do break to the upside of this, this would carry us above the daily EMA ribbons, and it would bring us all the way up to 44 cent, which is very, very close to our double 618 Fibonacci region. So we've got this double 618 fib here, the first fib being at 45 cent, the second one being at 48 cent, and we get this from drawing our fib from the low to the high, and you can see if we draw it from the wick, we have our 618 fib up here at 48 cent. If we draw it to the candle body close, you can see we've got a 618 at 45 cent. Now, what I really want to talk about in this video, because that W was just a very small thing that I noticed going on right now. We are still in a bearish trend. The bears are in control. We have a fake out on the upside of these EMA ribbons, and we have fired a daily EMA move to the downside. Now, on the lower time frames, bulls are starting to take back over. We've got an hourly EMA flip. That is really nice. And on the 4 hour, we're currently fighting at 42 cent, the region of the long-term moving average on the 4 hourly EMA. But bulls are stepping in, so this is starting to look nice. What I really want to talk about is the daily momentum shift we're seeing down here on the squeeze mom, which is the squeeze momentum indicator. Now, before I say what we're seeing, I'll build up to it. I want to show you what happens when we have these momentum shifts. So when was the last time we had a green momentum shift, or the last two times? You can see we were down here, we found a bottom approximately at 39 cent, and momentum carried us all the way up to 54 cent. And as you can see, the next day we put in these dark green candles, which means the bulls are losing momentum when we're having a momentum shift to the downside. What do we do then? We went all the way up from 54 cent to where this bottomed out in terms of the bearish momentum down here at 34 cents. So a move from 54 to 34, that was a big drop in that momentum shift. And as you can see down here, we switched back bullish. Well, we didn't switch back bullish. The bears were losing their momentum, and we were switching gears, changing our bearish momentum into a bullish momentum shift. What happened then? We were down here at 34 cent. We started shifting, somewhat around here at 39. We had a little bit of a fake out, came back down, back tested the 200-day again, and then we proceeded to move from 34 cent to 50 cent. Now, what final thing that we're coming into, as you can see, this topped out over here, 48 cent. The bears started taking control of this recent momentum shift, and we moved all the way to the downside. Now, look at this low that we created yesterday at 39 cent from this move from 50 cent. Now, what do you notice down here on the daily squeeze bomb? We're turning dark red. That means we're getting ready for our next momentum shift. And as we're in momentum favor of the bears right now, that would be indicative that this W pattern is soon to break out. We could be having a throwback into the EMA ribbons, and then having a break up into our double 618 fib region. All in all, I'm liking the setup we're seeing with crypto.com right now, but I do just want to hammer in the fact, once again, we've got these two 618 regions. If I pull this one up to the top, you can see we've got a 618 up here at 48 cent. If we draw it to the bottom, you can see we've got a 618 down here at 45 cent, and together collectively they make up this orange box that I have going on right here. Let me make it orange so you can tell that this is the golden pocket region that we do need to get above, and more specifically we need to get into this to start with. So If we do have this breakout, if we have continuation of the W pattern, keep your eyes on 45 cent. That is the first region we need to get above. Before we can become macro bullish, we need to have daily and weekly closes above the upper Fibonacci level. So the upper 618 golden pocket up here at approximately 48.8 cents. So basically we want to see daily closes at / around 49 cent. That is all I've got for you for Crypto.com today. It looks like we're gearing to have a momentum shift. I'm liking how the chart's setting up, but we're not out of the woods yet. We do need to be a little bit cautious until we do start taking out these double fib regions, because as you can see, we had a huge flush out, and we've had 2 major rejections from these double golden fib regions. So we know this is a strong area of resistance. Once we get above there, we can be a lot more bullish on Crypto.com in the short to macro term. That is all I've got for you today. Best of luck if you're in Crypto.com. Once again, none of this is financial advice, just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Cowboy out. Peace.